All right, salvete. Salvete omnes. Latin, Living Latin Live, Wednesday night, 8:30. You know where to be. Episode 9. Here we go. We're going to review what we did last week and kind of jump into this week's lesson. So, again, one of the things I think we've been doing just to kind of, move things along is, you can have your students kind of read these readings again before class or something, but we'll just do it and we'll just quickly go through. I'll read a lot and have you guys just quickly translate. We'll popcorn this thing while just calling you guys as randomly as I can. So Helena A. Dikit, and again, we'll kind of go through this and make sure we establish meaning, everybody understands what's going on. So if you have any questions, definitely ask them here so we can kind of address that. So first sentence here, Helena abet felem sed felisus non es laetus propeshihai. What do you got for that one?
Yes. Helena has a cat, but her cat is not happy.
I know it's terrible. Oh, sorry, I'm around. There we go. Cool. Yes. Helena abet felem sed felisus non es laetus. All right. Next sentence. Felisus non es laetus quia telefonum vult sed non abet. Lake, what do you have for that one?
Her cat isn't happy because he or it wants a phone but does not have one.
Optime. Good. All right. Let's keep going. Elena ad New York eat. Espuela in New York. Karen, what do you got for that one?
Elena goes to New York. She's a woman in New York. Or is it girl? I'm not sure. Girl?
There you go. Yep.
Okay, girl in New York.
Yeah, so Elena goes to New York, and Espuela, there is a girl in New York, which is convenient because why wouldn't there be a girl in New York, right? All right, let's see. Puela in New York est Lady Gugu. Elena and Lady Gugu eat. Jesse, tell us what that means in English.
There's a girl in New York. It's Lady Gaga, Lady Gugu. Elena goes up to Lady Gugu.
Bene, ottime. Yeah, not Lady Gaga, because Lady Gugu, we don't want to infringe any trademarks or anything like that. So,
Yeah.
Lady Gugu.
It's Lady Gaga's younger sister.
Right. Or a grandmother. I don't know.
Or her daughter.
All right. Yeah. Elena A. dicit. Salve. Ego telefonulum vot felimeo. Abesne telefonulum felimeo. Profeshihai. What do you got for that one?
Helena says to her, "Hi, I want a telephone for my cat. Do you have a telephone for my cat?"
Optime. Good. And notice the social nicety there. Instead, she properly said hi and then made a request. So good manners, kids. All right. Next sentence here. Magister in Geneva, Switzerland est quia socolatam vult delfino suo. All right, Lake, what do you have for that one?
The teacher's in Geneva, Switzerland because he wants chocolate for his dolphin.
Yes, ottime. Yes, and they also have Ricola there, which I know you probably want as well. All right, ottime. Let's see. Next sentence. Delphinus suus non es laetus, quia sugolatam non habet, sed vult est vir in Geneva, Switzerland. All right, Karen, what is that one? Tell us what you got for that one.
His dolphin is not happy because he doesn't have chocolate but wants it. I forgot what vir is. Vir. He goes.
Weird. Non puer ser weird.
Men are weird.
Oh, wait. There's a man in Geneva, Switzerland.
Ita,
Oh,
Ita.
okay, okay.
Good. Yep. Optime. Good. So, yep, you got it. There's a man in Geneva, Switzerland. All right. It's a little of a long one, but I think you can handle it, Jesse. Wir magister e dicit salve. Ego socolatam vot delfino meo. Abesne socolatam delfino meo. So, Jesse, what is that telling us?
Okay, the man is Antonio Banderas. The teacher says to him, "Hello, I want some chocolate for my dolphin. Do you have any chocolate for my dolphin?"
Optime. It sounds so like legit when you say it. I
Yeah.
want some chocolate for my dolphin. All right, Optime. Good. So, omnes.
Ita.
Ita.
Helena at New York eat. Oh, so again, we're just kind of retouching where we were. So Helena at New York eat. Puella est in New York. Puella est in New York City.
Can I ask a quick question?
Helena, ita.
So when I was watching the video, I kept wondering, is there a way that we could say like there's another girl so we can separate that there's this one girl and then there's a separate girl? Like I just kept
Yes.
every time you would say that sentence, I kept thinking, I wish I knew how to say another. So we could say like, oh, there's a second girl. There's like girl
Yep.
number 2 or something.
Yeah. Another. So you would just use an adjective. You can say altera, right? Which would mean another. So alter altera puella, right? So est altera puella in New York City, right? So that's one way around it. Yeah, you could do it that way. All right. No, I'm sorry. I'm going to move my screen along here. Let me make sure I get everything I need on here. There we go. Okay. Helena e dicit, abesne telefonum felimeo. So again, she shows up to New York, and what does she ask her?
Do you have a telephone for my cat?
Yeah, exactly. Abesne telefonum felimeo. Of course, she says salve. Of course, she's nice and greets her, makes some small talk, and then makes a request. Puella dicit, non abeo omnes.
Oh
Oh
no.
no, male.
no.
Altera puella dicit, non abeo telefonum. Oh, male. So
Oh,
does she have a phone?
no.
Minime. So normally what we do is we probably go through this sentence a little bit and do the usual, but I'm going to move us along because I want to move the story along and I want to finish the story before the end of the summer. So the puella, altera puella dicit non abeo telefonum. So how do we think Helena is going to feel? Laita or tristis?
Tristis.
Tristis, ita. Omnes.
Ita.
Ita.
Helena non es laita.
Oh,
Es tristis. Es tristis. Right? So obviously her quest continues. So omnes
Ita.
okay.
Helena ad Chicago eat.
Oh.
Oh.
So she goes to New York City, no cell phones. Yeah. So where does she go next? At Chicago. Chicago eat. Omnes
Ita.
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 eat ne.
You cut
You
out.
broke
Can
up.
you say
You
that one
broke
again?
up.
Sorry. Let me do that again. Sorry, maybe my internet's getting a little goofy back here in my office. How about now? Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Um,
Ita.
eat Helena ad Chicago.
Ita.
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 Eat Helena ad Chicago it. Omnes,
Ita.
Ita.
idne Helena ad Palau.
Minime.
Anime.
Remember, I'm asking a question. Itne Helena ad Chicago on Palau.
You cut out again. I think all we heard was the Palau part.
Yeah, you cut out, so we just,
Magic.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
On
Odd
Right
Chicago.
again.
At Chicago.
Omnes,
Ita.
Ita.
itne Helena ad Chicago on Palau.
Odd Chicago.
At Chicago.
Ita bene. So I'm just giving you a choice, right? So hopefully I'm not cutting out. Hopefully my internet's staying connected. Omnes,
Ita.
itne Helena ad Switzerland.
Minime.
Minime. Helena no ad Switzerland it. Idne Helena ad Mykonos Graecia.
Minime.
Minime. Non ad Mykonos Graecia it. Ad Chicago it. Omnes.
Ita.
Ita.
Quis ad Chicago it. Quis ad Chicago it.
Elena.
Helena.
At
Helena
Chicago.
optime. Helena ad Chicago it. Omnes.
Ita.
Let me make sure I got my pointer on here. Sorry. Sorry. I'll cut that out. Sorry. Here we go. Press the wrong button. Here we go. Quo, uh, ad Elena minime. Quo Elena eat. Quo
At,
Elena eat.
Odd
at
Chicago.
Chicago.
Eat. So quo means what?
Where to?
Where?
Two.
Right. So exactly. So we're looking almost like where to. Quo Elena eat ad Chicago eat. Ultime. Let's see. Jesse, tu es Elena. Quo tu is. Quo tu is.
Eo at Chicago.
Ultime. Tu is ad Chicago. Ultime. Recte. Omnes.
Ita.
Ita.
Elena Jesse ad Chicago eat. Oh. Lake, tu es Elena. Quo tu is. Quo tu is.
Ego Odd Chicago AO.
Oh, optime. Go, optime. Oh,
Cut out again.
Yep. Cutting out.
See if I can check my network. Oh, wait. All right. How about now? Am I back?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Funny, because when I was on vacation last week, I had better internet connection than I have at my house. All right. Omnes.
Ita.
Ita.
Quo Elena eat.
Elena
At
Odd Chicago.
Chicago.
Eat.
Optime. Elena ad Chicago eat. Karen, tu es Elena. Quo tu is. Quo tu is.
Ego a Chicago. Eo.
Optime. Tu is ad Chicago. Optime. Elena ad Chicago eat. Elena, Karen ad Chicago eat. Optime. Omnes.
Ita.
Chocolata non est in Geneva, Switzerland. Oh,
Oh.
Chocolata non est in
Perfect.
Geneva, Switzerland. I know it's almost impossible, but they were all out. Ergo, therefore, quo ego eo. Quo ego eo. No guesses? Lake, I'm actually I'm going to steal your suggestion from last time. Omnes
Ita.
Huh?
ego ad Hershey, Pennsylvania ale.
Oh.
Oh, they gotta have chocolate in a place called Hershey, right?
Yeah.
Um, Omnes
Ita.
Ita.
eone ad Hershey, Pennsylvania.
Ita.
Ita.
Ita eo ad Hershey, Pennsylvania. Ego eo ad Hershey, Pennsylvania. Eone ad Tokyo, Japan.
Minime.
Anime.
Minime. Ego non eo ad Tokyo, Japan. Ego eo ad Hershey, Pennsylvania. Eone on Chicago. Minime. Eone ad Chicago on Hershey, Pennsylvania.
Hershey, Pennsylvania.
Hershey, Pennsylvania.
Optime. Ego eo ad Hershey, Pennsylvania, non ad Chicago. I forget what I just said. Ultime. Omnes.
Ita.
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 Quis ad Hershey, Pennsylvania eat? Quis ad Hershey, Pennsylvania eat?
Two.
Helena.
Two. Two. Magister.
Ah, ita, ego magister ad Hershey, Pennsylvania eat. Quo ego eo, quo ego eo.
Hershey. Odd. Hershey, Pennsylvania.
Hershey, Pennsylvania East.
Ita, ego eo ad Hershey, Pennsylvania. Quo, probably a good way to kind of remember that. Quo, we want to know the destination. Ad ego ad Hershey, Pennsylvania. Eo. Bene. Let's see. Lake, tu es Helena. Excuse me. Quo ego eo. Quo ego eo.
Ego sum Helena tuus Magister.
Ita.
Magister to Hershey, Pennsylvania East.
Optime. Ego ad Hershey, Pennsylvania. Eo. Optime. Karen, tu es Helena. Quis ad Hershey, Pennsylvania eat? Quis ad Hershey, Pennsylvania eat?
Magister, Hershey, Pennsylvania. Eat.
Ita, ego. Ego ad Hershey, Pennsylvania. Eo. Optime. Bene. Jesse, tu es Helena. Quo ego eo. Quo ego eo.
Who, Hershey, Pennsylvania East.
Optime, pradite. Ego eo ad Hershey, Pennsylvania. Optime. Omnes
Ita.
ego eo ad Hershey, Pennsylvania. Quia socolatam volo. Why am I going there again?
You want chocolate?
Ita. Omnes cui socolatam volo. Cui.
Delfino.
Delfino.
Two. I don't know. Something.
Delfino
Something
meo.
with a
Ita
T.
delfino tuo. Delfino meo. Optime.
Cool.
Optime. Bene. Optime. Good. All right. So where are we at right now? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 in terms of comprehension of what we've seen and in terms of looking at the screen. 5 means I totally got it. 4, I still got to look at the screen. I got it. 3, I pretty much got it, but I still need to kind of look at the screen. 2, I need some help. And 1, make sure it's the right finger.
I'm
Italy.
good with what we're looking at right now. I like with the Delfino wow. Some of the
Delfino
stuff
meo,
was
delfino tuo.
some of the U and I from a few screens
Right.
ago. I'm have to refresh, but
So let me
this
put that back up on the board since so another Yeah, so you have something like meus, mea, meum, my. Let me put tuus, tua, tuum, your, right? And then everyone's favorite, sus, sua, tuum, his or her own, right? The subject, right? The way I have my students remember this is pretty morbid, pretty macabre. When someone commits suicide, who's being killed? Themselves, right? But you won't forget it. That's where it comes from. So yeah, that's again, those are the adjectives you'd use to describe. So delfino meo, delfino tuo, right? Something like that. Does that help?
None of but none of the ones up on the board are is it dative or is it's the four, right?
Yeah.
Four.
So right. So you would just, for example, meos become
That'd be
meo.
like, yeah, that'd be
Right.
like you're a dolphin, but for your dolphin is the ends with the O, right?
Right.
Delfino,
And
Delfino
tuo,
male,
meo,
tuo.
yeah, suo, right. Exactly. Yep. Yeah, I didn't want to put all the forms up there, but yeah, okay. So let's do this. This describe situation. Just focus on what we have today. Try to work on as much as you can. I'll start just to kind of give you an example. So Helena ad Chicago, minime. Helena ad New York eat et Puella est in New York, altera Puella est in New York. Helena ei dicit, abesne telefonulum feli meo, Puella dicit minime non abeo telefonulum. Helena ad Chicago eat, right? And that's where we're at the moment. Now, if I want to just recover my story a little bit, Magister est in Geneva, Switzerland. We're in Geneva, Switzerland, est Antonio Banderas. Why? I don't know. Antonio Banderas, Magister Ricard, a dicit, abesne salve, abesne socolatam delfino meo, Antonio Banderas, vir dicit a, minime non abeo, Magister non es laetus, est tristis, Magister ad
Hershey, Pennsylvania.
Hershey, Pennsylvania. At Hershey, Pennsylvania, eat. All right. In a stilted way, hopefully I was able to give you a little bit of a synopsis. But any questions on that? Where are we at with that in terms of understanding what we've done today? Okay. So I'll give you a minute. Just go ahead and spend some time trying to consolidate, talk about it from Helena's perspective. And then, of course, try to bring in my story if you can. But, I'll give you a minute. So let me go ahead and mute myself. 1 minute off. All right. Salve. Let's go ahead and bring it on back. So, again, just try to produce as much as you can. 4 sentences is probably good. You could probably do as many as you want. But let's start with Lake. Let's start with you since your voice is struggling, I guess, a little bit, but you sound good, so I don't know. All right, so go ahead. You go ahead and describe the situation as much as you can.
Ego sum Helena.
Ita.
Okay. Ego sum Helena. Uh, I'm getting mixed up on all my Phelis, Phali. Phelem habeo et Phelis meus tristis est quia telefonulum non habet et no habeo telefonulum Pheli meo. Ergo ad New York eo et in New York al altera puella est Lady Gugu uh Lady Gugu Dico. Oh man, Dico besne telefonulum Feli meo. Ego sum tristis quia Lady Gugu mihi dicit non habeo telefonulum. Ergo ad Chicago eo. And that's, I think, where we're done. I haven't had
Ottime, plaudite. Very good, ottime. Tu es Helena, tu felem abes. Sed felis tuus non es laetus quia telefonulum non abet, sed felis tuus telefonulum vult. Tu is ad New York. Est altera puella. Altera puella est Lady Gugu. Tu dicis abesne telefonulum feli meo, Lady Gugu tibi dicit, minime non habeo telefonulum feli tuo. Ergo tu non es laeta, tu es tristis. Tu is ad Chicago. To East Side Chicago. I think that's everything. Okay. Optime. Yeah, you were trying out some good stuff to like mihi, for example, trying to remember your tools, tool, meos, meum. So that's optime. Good. You did awesome. All right. Plaudite ita. Felicitates. Karen, I see Cotton is there. So Karen, tu es Elena, describe the situation.
Ego sum Elena, ego sum Puella, Felis meus telefonulum vult, est tristis, ergo New York eo, est Puella Lady Gugu, Diki, salvete, abesne telefonulum, Feliz meus, no habet telefonulum, ergo ad Chicago eo. I don't know if that's right, but
Optime, ita, plaudite, felicitates. Optime. Tu es Helena, tu felem abest, sed felis tuus non es laetus est tristis. Est tristis quia felis tuus non abet telefonulum. Tu is ad New York, est puella, altera puella. Altera puella est Lady Gugu. Tu dicis abesne, salve, abesne telefonulum feli meo, Lady Gugu tibi dicit, minime non habeo telefonulum. feli tuo. Ergo tu es light, non es laita, tu es tristis. Tu is ad Chicago. Bene?
Benny.
That was a lot. That was good. Very good. That was a lot. And it looks like Cotton's had enough. He's like, okay, I think that I've covered my bases here. So Jesse, what's quidus nomen feli tuo?
His name is Big Boy Bruiser. It's my husband's cat.
Big Boy Bruiser. I like that.
Big Boy
Bruiser.
or Bruiser. My
Right. The
baby.
nickname is Big Boy.
Yeah.
Bruiser. All right.
Bruiser.
Let's keep it simple, straightforward. Jesse, tu es Helena. Go ahead and describe the situation as much as you can.
Ego sum Helena. Ego in where was I?
Well, you've been a lot of places. Omaha, Nebraska.
Omaha, Nebraska. Ego sum in Omaha, Nebraska. Ego felem abit. Said Felis meos non letus quia non telefonum non habet ego sum telefonum no ego telefonum non habeo ergo ad New York eo in New York. Wait a minute, what is it? Altera puella est. Altera puella eo. Somewhere, ego dico. I don't know if that's the right word. Ego dico. Somewhere, ego dico a. Somewhere, abesne telefonum feli meo. Puella est Lady Gugu. Puella mihi dice. I'm not sure. DC. Telefonum no abet. No abeo. She would say no abeo. Ego sum triste. Ergo, ego ad Chicago eo.
Clarite, ottime. Your
think.
brain's like throbbing now.
Yeah,
Ottime.
it is for sure.
Tu es Helena. Tu es in Omaha, Nebraska. Tu felem abes, sed felis tuus non es laetus est tristis. Est tristis quia non habet telefonum. Tu eth ad New York. Altera puella est in New York, altera puella est Lady Gugu. Tu dicis a. Salve, abes ne telefonum feli meo. Altera puella Lady Gugu dicit tibi, minime non habeo telefonum feli tuo. Tu es tristis, tu non es laeta. Ergo tu ad Chicago it. And I think that's it.
That was it. Thank you.
Optime. Very good. You guys, remember, you're doing this a week at a time, not like, back to back like you would as a student on a regular day. So recalling all those facts is really impressive, but also using A and using mihi and TB, those are very good. All right.
I think
Optime.
it's
All right.
really interesting how there's only like 7 or 8 or 9 sentences, and well, now there's, 2 of the sentences are pretty much the same. But everybody's retell is completely different. Like we're all picking up slightly different details. We're all putting it in slightly different order. Like everyone is making it their own, even though it's the same 7 or 8 sentences that we're practicing.
And that's one of the great things, because when you work with a group, Jesse, like you said, is going to have a different kind of approach or use different words possibly. and then you're gonna have a different kind of approach. You said your own take, and then Karen's gonna have her own take. But you're hearing all that, and you're going, "Oh yeah, I could have said it this way too." That's one of the things I find is extremely fascinating. Is like, "Oh wow, I could have said it this way too," and it gives you permission almost to do it a different way, which is helping you learn the language like more depth. I love that. Yeah, good observation. Yeah, awesome. All right.
Can I ask a question about
Let's
the dialogue sentence?
yeah.
So we've been like, we're quoting, right? We're saying, I say to her, she says to her, do you have a phone? In Latin, would it be any different if we wanted to say, if we didn't want a direct quote, if we want to say Helena says to her, and then the girl says to her that, like she says that she doesn't have a phone, like as opposed to stopping and saying, well, now I'm quoting someone like non habeo. If she said,
Yeah, it's
that.
indirect statement is handled very different in Latin.
Oh,
You would
okay.
use what's called an accusative infinitive construction, which means
Okay.
you
So
would
there's a
say, for
reason.
example, yeah, there's a reason. Yeah. We get to that later. Maybe not in this 12-week class with you guys, but that is one of the one no you see it a lot in Latin when you're reading it. So yeah, you don't see a lot of like direct dialogue, and for example in Caesar, unless he wants to make that point, like Jeff the Aquilifer, this guy jumps off the boat and then he says, all right, I'm gonna do this, right? Otherwise it's in third person, which like you're saying, you're not doing direct quotes, you're doing indirect statement. Latin does that very different. Yeah, but good question. But I won't make your eyes roll back in your head with explaining. All
We'll
right,
stick with the
let's
direct
get back to
quotes.
Jimmy
Sounds good.
Stewart. Um, so, omnes
Ita.
Ita.
non escaseus in Tokyo, Japan. Oh,
Oh,
I know. When you think cheese, you probably think Tokyo, Japan. But Jimmy Stewart, non escaseus in Tokyo, Japan. So, omnes quo eat Jimmy Stewart? Quo. Give me some guesses.
Wisconsin.
Aha! Ita. I remember you said that last time, and I was like, duh. Omnes,
Ita.
Ita.
Jimmy Stewart ad Sheboygan, Wisconsin eat.
Oh.
Oh, Sheboygan, Wisconsin. I figured I'd pick a place that was had a funny sounding name to it. I think I didn't use Sheboygan in this class. He's another class. I want to say Happy Days took place there or something. I can't remember where I got that association. But anyway, Jimmy Stewart on Sheboygan, Wisconsin eat.
Oh.
Oh, Omes,
Ita.
Ita.
Itne Jimmy Stewart on Sheboygan, Wisconsin.
Ita.
Ita.
Eat Itne Jimmy Stewart Geneva, Switzerland.
Minime.
Anyway.
Many man. Jimmy Stewart non eat at Geneva, Switzerland. Jimmy Stewart eat at Sheboygan, Wisconsin. Eat Jimmy Stewart at Chicago on Sheboygan.
Sheboygan.
Sheboygan eat Jimmy Stewart at Sheboygan eat non ad Chicago eat. Omnes
Ita.
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 quis ad Sheboygan eat. Quis ad Sheboygan eat.
Jimmy
Jimmy
Stewart.
Stewart.
Ultime, Jimmy Stewart ad Sheboygan eat. Quis ad Chicago eat. Quis ad Chicago.
Elena.
Helena.
Helena ad Chicago eat. Ultime. Quis ad Hershey, Pennsylvania eat. Quis Hershey ad Hershey, Pennsylvania eat.
Two.
Ita ego ad Hershey, Pennsylvania eo. Ultime. Quo omnes quo Jimmy Stewart eat. Quo Jimmy Stewart eat.
Sheboygan, Wisconsin.
Sheboygan, Wisconsin.
Ita Jimmy Stewart eat ad Sheboygan, Wisconsin. Quo eat Elena. Quo eat Elena.
At
Ad
Chicago.
Chicago.
Ita Elena ad Chicago eat. Et quo ego eo. Quo ego eo.
Hershey, Pennsylvania.
At Hershey, Pennsylvania.
Ita ego eo ad Hershey, Pennsylvania. Ego ad Hershey, Pennsylvania. Eo. Ottime. Karen, tu as Jimmy Stewart. Quo tuis. Quo tuis.
Ego, Sheboygan, Wisconsin. Ew.
Ottime. Tuis ad Sheboygan, Wisconsin. Omnes.
Ita.
Karen, Jimmy Stewart. Ad Sheboygan, Wisconsin eat.
Oh.
Lake, tu es Helena. Quo tuis.
Ego ad Chicago eat. Ale.
Optime, tuis ad Chicago. Omnes.
Ita.
Helena Lake ad Chicago eat.
Oh.
Jesse, tu es magister. Quo tuis. Quo tuis.
Ego ad Hershey, Pennsylvania ale.
Optime, tuis ad Hershey, Pennsylvania. Jesse Magister, cur, let me get that little thing up here. Cur tuis ad Hershey, Pennsylvania.
Quia Delphinus males volt caseum. No, wait a minute. Socolatum.
Optime. I thought I got you. Optime. Ita.
How do you say
Tu
you want
is
again? Sorry, I'm sorry to interrupt
Vis.
your rephrasing,
No, it's
but
okay.
okay.
It's okay. Vis. I'll put that
Okay.
up here.
So
So we got
Wolo,
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 Oh.
Wolf,
Vis,
and
Volt.
Oh, I used the wrong one.
Wants.
no,
No, that's
you were
okay.
fine. I was
That's
just
okay.
saying if you were
I asked you on the fly. You did that
yeah.
very good. Magister Jesse, tu is ad Hershey, Pennsylvania, quia delphinus tuus socolatam vot, non caseum, optime. Lake Helena, cur tu is ad Chicago. Cur tu is ad Chicago.
Sorry, my screen like had a little black bar over that word. So why? Okay. Ego ad Chicago eo quia quia telefonulum non est in New York et telefonulum volo feli meo.
Optime. Tu is ad Chicago, quia non est telefonulum in New York, et tu vis telefonulum feli tuo. Optime. Karen, tu es Jimmy Stewart. Cur tu is ad Sheboygan, Wisconsin.
Ego, Sheboygan, Wisconsin. Eo. Peace. Delphinos, Meos, Caseum, Volt, no no es Caseos and Tokyo, Japan.
Optime. Tu Jimmy Stewart, tu is ad Sheboygan, Wisconsin, quia caseus vis. Caseus vis non delfino tuo, sed asino tuo. Bene? Et
Okay.
non est caseus in Tokyo, Japan, ergo tu is ad Sheboygan, Wisconsin. Bene? Optime. Optime. Good. I mean, again, look at how much you can actually say in Latin. I mean, that to me is really amazing. I think it's impressive. So really cool. All right. Bennett, let's try and describe the situation. And so There's a lot of story, so you can obviously pick something. You can kind of survey, a situation across the characters, or you can just kind of go in depth with one character. So I'll try to do a little bit of both. All right, I'll start with Elena. Elena, ad Chicago it quia telefonulum feli suo vot. Non est telefonulum in New York, ergo ad Chicago, Elena it. Magister Ricard, socolatam vot delfino meo, delfino suo, if we're going to describe him, et non est socolata in Geneva, Switzerland, ergo Magister Ricard eo ad Hershey, Pennsylvania. Et Jimmy Stewart caseum vot. Jimmy Stewart caseum vot asino tuo, minime asino suo, sed non est caseus in Tokyo, Japan. Ergo Jimmy Stewart ad Sheboygan, Wisconsin it, quia caseum vot asino suo. Bene? I know it's a lot to unpack. So do what you're comfortable with. If you want to just focus on Elena and her story and Lady Gugu, do that. If you want to focus on just my story, Magister's story, and Socolata for his dolphin, do that. Or if you want to just focus on Jimmy Stewart and Caseus for his Asinus tools, do that. But if you really want to, try to combine all three. All right. So I'll give you 1 minute. Let me go ahead and mute myself so you don't hear me blathering away. All right. Yamus. All right. Salute. So hopefully I should have done the check with you guys. I apologize before we did that. So coming out of that, how do we feel about using the language to describe situation? We have 5, a 4, a 3, a 2, a 1. 4s, 5, 4, 3, 4. Okay, good. Yeah, I think above a 3, we're going to give you a shot at it and see how it goes. But that's kind of where we're trying to get to. Again, being able to use the language is a different level of skill, as we know, than just being able to read it. So give it a shot. So Karen, we'll start with you. 2S, let's just stick with who you were working with. 2S Jimmy Stewart. Describe the situation as much as you can.
Ego sum Jimmy Stewart. Abeo asinu, asinu meu caseum volt, ad Tokyo, Japan, eo, no, it, Caseum and Tokyo. Keys, Sheboygan, Wisconsin. Ale. I think that's it.
Optime. Tu es Jimmy Stewart. Aplaudite. Tu es Jimmy Stewart. Tu habes asinum. Et asinus tuus caseum vult. Tu is ad Tokyo, Japan, said in Tokyo, Japan, caseus non est. Tu is ad Sheboygan, Wisconsin. Quia tu vis caseum asino tuo. Bene?
Benny.
Ottime. All right. Lake, I think you were Elena last time, so continue with Elena. Describe situations as much as you can.
I was trying to, while we were doing the practice thing, I was trying to practice my use. So I'll start as Helena, but then I'm going to
Do
transition.
what you want. Yeah, you could start as Elena and just start talking to me, or you could, yeah, whatever.
Ego sum Helena. Ego ad New York eat, et ad Chicago eat. Quia telefonulum volo. Tu es magister. Tu est in Mykonos Graecia I Delphinam habes. No. Yeah. Delphinus tuus non est laetus quia soculatum vult, sed non habet, et tu magister non habes soculatum, ergo tu ad Switzerland east. In Switzerland est alter vir as I don't even remember who was the actor.
Antonio Banderas.
Thank you. Antonio Banderas. To a dicis habesne soculatum delphino meo, sed non habet. Tu est laetus, ergo ad Hershey, Pennsylvania east.
Ottime. Plaudite. Ottime. Felicitates. All right. Tu es Elena. Tu habes tu habes felem, sed felis tuus non es laetus, quia telefonum non habes. Et ego sum magister, ego socolatam volo, delphino meo, sed non es socolata in Mykonos Graecia. Whoa, 3 cats, tres felis, ottime. I should have got mine. Mine's outside, I think. Ego volo socolatum delphino meo, sed non es socolata in Mykonos Graecia. Ego ad Tokyo, Japan, minime. Ego ad Geneva, Switzerland, sed socolata non est in Geneva, Switzerland. Alter vir Antonio Banderas est in Geneva, Switzerland. Ego dico salve, habesne socolatam delphino meo, Antonio Banderas, minime non habeo socolatam delphino tuo, ergo non sum laetus sum tristis, ego eo ad Hershey, Pennsylvania. Bene? Let's give me a mental workout. Ottime. I'll give myself a plaudite. All right, Jesse, tu es magister. Describe situation. Take us wherever you want.
Okay. Ego delphinum habet. Okay. Elena felem habet. I don't know how to say
Pretend Lake is Elena so you can speak to her.
Okay. Elena, tu Phelim Abbas. Jimmy Stewart, Delphinum Abet. Let's see. Ego volo telefonum Felimeo. No, wait a minute. Oh, no, wait a minute. I'm the magister. Sorry.
Ita.
Ego del Delfinomeo. What does he want? Okay, the different. Socolatum, volo. Let's see. Lake, two, two, vis, telefonum felimeo. Jimmy Stewart, Volt, Caseum, wait a minute, Asinum Suo. Okay, that's all. I was trying to.
Ottime. No, I thought I mean, it's making me schizophrenic. I was trying to remember who I am in all of this. So good job.
Yeah, I couldn't talk to you at all because yeah.
Yeah, I was just, Jesse, tu es magister, tu vis socolatam delfino tuo, et lake tu es Helena, tu vis telefonum feli tuo, said Jimmy Stewart, Karen, but we'll pretend Jimmy Stewart's just a random person here. Jimmy Stewart vult caseum asino suo. Bene. Did I miss any of the details I think you laid out?
No,
I think we got
that was
it.
it.
All right, good. Optime. No, that's good. Salve, Cotton. Yeah, next time I'm going to bring my cat. Sasha's her name. I have to bring her on here. And we can have like a cat party. Optime. Very good. Yeah. So kind of covered quite a bit. Yeah. So you can see how all the stories are interweaving, and that creates a lot of a lot of fun in trying to remember not only the storylines, but how to use the language. All right. It's that time. So I'll respect everyone's time and let you guys go. Gratias vobis, walete, and I'll see you guys next week.
Thank you.
All right. Gratias, then say goodnight to all the cats too. Walete.
Valete.